So when we talk about the blue economy, so what exactly does that imply, and what is the potential of it?
Okay, thank you very much once again for having me. The blue economy is a global concept which has been developing significantly in the last 20 years or so.
But we never heard about it in Nigeria.
Of course, unfortunately, there's
been 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, there's been advocacy for it in Nigeria, but previous governments have really not paid much attention in that direction.
And do you think that was a mistake?
Certainly, it's a big mistake because
to not have done so.
Because we are looking for resources. We are a country of 200+ million people. We need all the resources we can get. And if we've got resources right at our backyard, available to be tapped, and we're not doing that, we're not doing ourselves any good. So really, I think it's a good idea that, in fact, I do commend the president for setting up this ministry. It's going to open up completely, it's going to chart completely new vistas for the Nigerian economy, and we're really looking forward with excitement to what it will bring. Hopefully, if things are done properly. But back to your question on what the blue economy is all about.
And its potential.
And its potential is good. So the blue economy essentially is the aggregation of the economic activities which are related to and could arise from the oceans and waterways generally. So you're talking of waterways within a country, waterways that adjoin a country. So Nigeria has the blessing of being a littoral state, which is a coastal state, We have about 850 kilometers of coastline. And under the law, we have about 200 nautical miles of exclusive economic zone into the oceans. So
before you go further,
yes.
When you just said nautical miles there, most people have a concept of what a mile is.
Yes.
Is a nautical mile equal to or slightly less than or slightly more than the mile that everybody knows about?
Now, a nautical mile is approximately equal to 1.8 kilometers.
Okay.
So
and wait a minute, I'm going to work that out. And then how many kilometers in a mile then?
I think in a mile,
because there are too many.
In a mile, you have about 2.3, 2.4 kilometers in a mile.
Because 40
thereabouts.
kilometers equals what? 40 kilometers is equal to 25 miles an hour on your speedometer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, but what is interesting is Nigeria's ocean resources are, at the very least, the size of many, many big countries.
Just what ocean resources?
Yes. Nigeria's ocean, the ocean area over which Nigeria exercises control by virtue of Nigeria's exclusive economic zone is, at the very least, about 310,000 square kilometers.
Is that what they call a country's territorial waters?
The exclusive economic zone. The territorial waters is more limited. The territorial waters relates to the area over which you exercise sovereignty. However, the exclusive economic zone, you don't exercise sovereignty over it, but you exercise exclusive control over the commercial benefits.
Another country can't come and be taking resources from there?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the point I'm making is that Nigeria has exclusive rights over an area that is in excess of 310,000 square kilometers, which is bigger than many countries. Now, how does this relate to the ocean economy? The ocean economy is a completely different and exclusive economy on its own from the economy of the country. So if we are able to do all we are doing within the physical landmass of Nigeria, which is about 900,000+ square kilometers, essentially it means that if you divide Nigeria's landmass into 3, Nigeria still has almost another country that is the size of that 1/3, over which it has not really done much. So the blue economy encompasses every economic activity which is related to the oceans and the waterways. Now, Nigeria has about 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways. So you're dealing with shipping, which is the more traditional component of what we already know, shipping and transport, maritime transport. But you're dealing with other more significant components. Telecommunications. You've got a lot of undersea cables. When we talk about the broadband, which we talk about, a lot of them come from undersea cables. You're dealing with the significant aquaculture components. So Nigeria's fishing industry is on a very low scale. A significant component of these major fishing finds are offshore Nigeria, over areas upon which Nigeria exercises control, but Nigeria essentially is leaving it to foreigners to forage and get the benefits of. You've got a lot of potentials in areas of biotechnology, undersea mining.
I was going to ask that.
Absolutely.
Undersea mining.
Yes,
but
yes.
This sounds like very, very advanced in terms of the technology you bring to it.
Well, of course it needs advanced technology, but it also delivers advanced earnings, significant earnings to a country, okay? And because it needs advanced technology is no longer the rocket science that is unavailable to anybody. What we need to do, one of the things we've advocated for a long time, is that Nigeria needs to have an ocean governance framework, okay, which really is one of the immediate challenges I'm going to pose to the new minister. We need to set up an ocean governance framework, which essentially maps Nigeria's ocean resources and sets a strategy for its exploitation and for collaborations where we need to have collaborations. So we stop a scenario where you have a large number of potential economic activity being undertaken by foreigners without any control, and the resources which are not being conferred on Nigerians. So beyond the oceans, you also have the inland waterways. I've said that we have about 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways. So essentially, if we're having a Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, you have a situation where you have the traditional understanding of maritime industries, which incorporates ships, ports, cargo, and the facilitation of the movement, which in itself is significant. In fact, as significant as it is, it has been underexplored over the years, okay, which is the traditional maritime economy that we all know about.
We all know about that.
Nigeria is barely scratching the surface on that traditional component.